Peace, y'all. My name is NAKARA FORJÉ, and you are watching The Come Up, presented by G Nice TV.
Yes.
I'm from the Twin Cities. I know people be like, pick a side, but I really can't. I'm really from the Twin Cities. I grew up all over Minnesota.
Never found what I was looking for.
I consider myself a hip-hop soul artist. I don't just rap. I make relatable music. I make soul music. I might harmonize and sing a little bit. So, yeah, hip-hop soul.
Don't aim to. You can't feel me.
It was an outlet for me. I always wrote. When I was in school, when I was younger, I won a lot of awards for writing and poetry, and it was just a natural progression. I really wanted to be a singer, and so I started out doing that, but then I realized it was limited as far as like my lyricism. It wasn't like it is now where R&B singers are basically rapping and saying whatever. When you really wanted to say some shit, you had to really get to the bars, and so I wrote a verse and it was over from there. I stopped singing and started rapping. Hov is a big influence for me. Kanye, Lauren. Now I'm more inspired by like my peers on the scene, like Maya Marshall, Lioness, Juice, Lord. Yeah, I find more inspiration around me than like trying to reach above.
Pick for my family. To love me the most, cause me the most pain. I circle back to my circle. To find I don't fit.
So the first Love Hangover was actually released in 2019, and my best friend passed away in 2018, and she was like one of my biggest fans. She was just a fan of the local scene in general. She's the person who kind of put me on to like listen to this CD and listen to OBF and listen to this person, and really introduced me to a lot of local artists. And so when she passed, I just felt a responsibility to keep going and to really get serious about my music. I had kind of been a little inconsistent, a little choppy, but when she passed, it was like it's go time. My dream is not just mine alone. And so 2019, I dropped Love Hangover, and that really kind of put me back on the map and made niggas take me seriously. And then I got pregnant not long after that, and I feel like that was my sister too. Like she just like don't get popped off real quick. And so my pregnancy inspired the Carter. Just 3 songs, a song representing each trimester. And then shortly after that, me and my baby father split, and that was like the catalyst for Love Hangover too. So really just life experiences. I really put my heart and my soul into my music, and you can hear it. Just recognizing that, you know, I do put my all into my music, and I do show up really raw and authentic in the way that I rap and pen my lyrics. And so I didn't need an alias anymore. It was like, let's get back to me. This is really me. It's not a gimmick. So
I've been tapped in with my pen, releasing my
yeah, it's a little different now, but like when I first started out, I was a part of a group called Swag, which I've now made a business. It was me and my best friend Essence and a crew of us. Shout out to Lady X, shout out to Lyric, Finesse Banks. We had a crew of females, and we were all different kinds of artists, but we were sisters and we supported each other. And so we was at open mic Sunday to Sunday, like every open mic, the lounge, the Blue Nile, like whatever was popping. And at one point in time, I had my own open mic. And so I think it's very important to continue to sharpen your skills, to network, to support other artists. That's a big deal. I don't do it as much now because I feel like even though I'm new to some, I'm not new to this. So you won't catch me at as many open mics. I do it sometimes, but I think that's important to anybody's up and coming career. I don't necessarily feel like I'm up and coming at this point. I feel like I'm kind of reintroducing myself to some, but that's critical. It's critical to building community more than anything.
Was a problem before, now I'm very scary. I'm a healed hoochie. Put it on a shirt and make your nigga.
I don't feel like that now. I've really built a community. I'm part of a collective.
That's right.
I have my own family. I have a son. And so, you know, coming out of high school, and like I said, I bounced around a lot. So I didn't have a lot of opportunity to make and keep friends. And so, yeah, it's a very lonely feeling when you're displaced. You know, I dealt with homelessness a lot as a youth and just being unstable. And so music gave me an outlet to express that. And what I found as I performed is that people resonated with that. I wasn't the only person who felt that way or went through those things. And so just being able to connect in that way let me know that I wasn't alone. You know, being a part of the artist community gave me family, and it's made me more intentional about it. Like I mentioned my sister who passed, she was a social butterfly of us too. I was the one that was like, them your friends. So she made me be sociable. Hanging around her, she knew everybody. And so I had to kind of come out of my shell more. So I've gotten better.
Was a problem before, now I'm very scary. I'm a
Me and Tae Spears were supposed to be on a show here. And something happened where I wasn't available. I didn't show up to the show, and he hit me up like, hey, I listen to your music. I like it. Like, I was looking forward to seeing you. Woo woo. And he and I just kind of started talking and building from there. And then he invited me to come out to Milwaukee. Flew out there, killed the show, and immediately started building a base out there. And he started to recruit me, and eventually I folded. I didn't know if I wanted to, like, I'm used to being a solo artist.
Okay.
I didn't know what being a part of a collective looked like outside of the female group swag that I kind of had when I was younger, and that kind of went south. And so I don't know, I wasn't sold on the idea of a collective, but I'm grateful to be a part of it. Like, I truly don't have to go about anything alone. Like, when it comes to anything related to music, like, I really got a team. Really got people showing up for me. So yeah, I've been a part of that since July of 2021. Still kind of fresh, yeah, but I'm the vice president, a decision maker on the team. Definitely came in being my bossy Capricorn self, and it's been a vibe, you know. Obviously, you can see I've recruited people from the Twin Cities, and yeah, we've been rocking, we've been making waves.
Fine, sign, I'm on the right path and I'm fine. Aesthetically pleasing, I'm
Everybody on the team is raw. Like, we don't have any weak links. Dot, who is really like seasoned in this shit, right? She's another female MC, somebody I kind of grew up with on the scene. She swear I used to compete with her. I really didn't. I didn't want no smoke. We were in different lanes, but like, she is going to out rap the niggas every time. Like, she could really freestyle off the top. Real ciphers, not like the scripted. You know what I'm saying? Like, off the top.
Yeah.
Dot's cold with that, right? She's cold with the business mind. She got the merch, and like, it's all over the city. And then you got Nookie, who is like out barring. Like, I really feel like Nook is up there with like the Hoes and the Kendricks. Like, the way that he put them double entendres together, like the way his mind works. He's brilliant. Like, Kaylin is like cold with the hooks and like melodies and like song structure. And then you got my nigga RJ Riddle. He's gonna outwork all of us. His work ethic is nuts. Like, and he's so humble. He's a constant student. He's constantly growing. And then you got Tae, who's like the mastermind behind it all. Like, his vision is beyond what most can see. So I just really believe in what we're doing, and it encourages me to like be great in all of those different aspects that I mentioned of theirs. Like, studio time be crazy. Like, everybody trying to take everybody's head off respectfully. Like, it's just a vibe, you know. It's friendly
tough.
competition, and we understand that we make each other better.
for my next journey. Fear is a hell of a drug. It had you thinking it's love.
Whew, a lot. The project is fire. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. It's so, I'm gonna actually send you a couple of joints.
I bet. Ace P said that he's helped produce some records too with you.
Yeah,
or
so I got a project coming out called Heal Hoochie. I'm also working on Love Hangover 3. And Ace got a couple of joints on both of those. So super excited about that.
Shout out my nigga Ace, man.
Shout out to Ace for sure. He got them that soulful rap. Queen and Slim is crazy. So it's just from the title, it's based off of like different movies, and we kind of related those themes and titles to like our real life experience with our relationship. So yeah, it's raw. It's super authentic, super transparent. He definitely mirrors me, and that's kind of how we became friends. It's like his project Undefiled sound like a response to like some Love Hangover shit. You know what I mean? And so you just really get the merging of our artistry.
I cannot have that. I will not have that. So I am not mad. I simply refuse to let y'all hurt me.
I've always wanted to publish a book. 7-Day Grief Journal for Hip Hop Lovers was just inspired mostly by loss. You know, I mentioned I lost my best friend. I had a stillborn child. I had a lover who passed away. And so I've experienced grief on so many levels. And at the time that I was coming up with the idea for the book, we were in the pandemic. And so also like wasn't able to work, wasn't able to perform. So, you know, the loss of connections, the loss of opportunity. So really just wanting to give people an opportunity to explore what grief looks like, not just from the standpoint of death, but various kinds of loss. And I believe that we have the ability to heal ourselves, to cultivate our own healing. And writing is one of the ways that I do that. And so presenting the opportunity for other people to do the same. I have curated at least over 30 events in the past 10 or so years. A lot of the shit for hip hop artists locally, there wasn't any real professionalism or creativity or themes behind the events. And I wanted to create events that I would be happy to show up to as an artist, right? So not just from the standpoint of pleasing the audience, but from the standpoint of creating an experience for the artist. And so that's how I came up with event series like Black Acapella, where artists are spitting a cappella no matter what your medium is, because a lot of times we in loud clubs and we pouring our hearts out, but the lyricism isn't isn't heard because the system is whack, or the crowd is loud, or, you know, people not really listening, they drunk, they, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to create an event where lyricism can really be heard and respected, and so everybody got to spit a cappella. Let's see who really got bars, right? Yeah, just creating real experiences for people. That's what I like to do. That's what a curator is to me. So my business is called Swag, Super Women Achieving Great Goals, and like I said, we started as like an artist collective of just female artists, poets, singers, dancers, rappers. Our goal was to create not a platform just for ourselves, but like the girls coming up under us. And so that's always been something that I'm passionate about, is creating spaces where female voices are centered, where they're not like a side dish. Like, we're not inferior to male rappers or male artists in general. Like, a lot of times our business be way more in order, our community affairs be way more in order. Like, when I think about the artists in the Twin Cities alone, the male artists are champion, but the female artists make more impact. And so I think it's more important to like create spaces where that's celebrated, where that's respected. Yeah, it's my responsibility as a curator to make sure that that takes place. Niggas don't really be doing that. People will put on an all-female showcase and not properly pay us, or not properly advertise, or having a no-wag venue. You know what I mean? So it's like, and even that, I'm so sick of all-female showcases. Let me just put that out there, because like, it's like an obligation. Like, y'all doing it because y'all want to see us separated, or y'all feel like we can't hold our own next to the men, and that shit is whack. I feel like everything that you do has to be done with intention, and my intention is always to celebrate and emphasize the importance of Black women specifically. So Biggie, I feel like Biggie is a better like feature. You know what I mean? Like, Tupac is probably my favorite out of the two, but when it comes to like what's gonna be a hot record, what's gonna be a dope collaboration, I feel like Biggie gonna bring the energy. See, I ain't had good churches in years, but churches got the best mashed potatoes, and I'm a big fan of mashed potatoes. I'm gonna say old churches. I don't know what either one of them be doing now. They chicken be trash, both of them these days, but back in the day, churches used to smack. Wings. Okay, I'm big on the inside. Let's start there. Like, I really, food in general makes me so happy, and like, I could eat chicken wings every day of my life. They're both trash currently, but and maybe that's just here, because I feel like other places you go to, like, Wingstop be busting. So I'm saying Wingstop. I struggle so bad with this. I can't imagine not being able to hear music. This is hard.
Stevie Wonder, that motherfucker.
You get me? Man. But like, I don't know. I also can't imagine like being in this room and y'all standing in front of me and not being, you know what I mean? Like, not even knowing what your kids look like. What's my man's, Ray Charles was feeling the female's wrist to like, I don't know if he was saying if their wrist was fat or what, but like, that's crazy. I'm gonna say, this is hard. You knew it was hard when you wrote it. I'm gonna say I would rather be able to hear. Put me in space. What? I mean, a whole year being hungry versus a month missing one meal. Forest. The jungle just sounds scarier. Like, way more crazy animals to deal with. Yeah, give you the forest. Let me tell you why this is so hard. I'm serious about both. One of my attributes is I have very pretty toes, and like, this can be merged. But I don't like, God damn it. I'm gonna have to say teeth, because you see people face all day. I would hate to have some crunchy ass toes though. I feel bad. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Come Up with me, NAKARA FORJÉ. Please stay tuned for the projects I got coming out. I'm working on Heal Hoochie. It's not just a project, it's a movement. Queen and Slim coming out with Tae Spears. Also, the Rooted Society album is coming. Make sure y'all check out my website, www.nakaraforjé.com. The Rooted site, www.rootedsociety.net. And just stay tuned, man. We're making waves out here.
Bro said slash, so I slid. Blacked out, so I do not know what I did. Do what I done, so I know it was raw. Rest, I didn't see me, don't know what you saw. I've been so stressed, I get dressed in a vest. I get so vexed that I think I am less. Fuck a contest, I'm the best of the best. Get load of this and discard all the rest. My nigga Vetty put dick in my chest. My nigga said he got love on my brain. Gas before him think I'm fucking insane. He know it's true and he love me the same.